It's Thursday, December 9th, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, the Prime Minister touting the country's reputation of becoming a major player in global technology. Travel made a little easier. COVID-19 booster shots now available. And education officials given the green light to resume face-to-face instruction. So let's start the morning off right.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And of course, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Good morning. It's so good to have you in our company this morning.
Well, thanks for having me, of course.
Great. You ready for the Christmas holiday?
Well, 15 days to go. Are you ready?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure everyone else in the studio is ready. And here at ZNS, we're ready because, you know, we have our Christmas party next week.
I know you're going to be dressed down for the gods.
Yes, I'm sure you are as well. Quite debonair.
Well, of course,
yes.
But leading into Christmas, we know, of course, it's all about purchasing gifts. And I am most excited about what my Christmas tree, better yet, what under the tree is going to be looking like, of course.
Because I know you have a story. I think you have a story about cologne. You went to, I think, where? John Bull? Did you
John Bull and all the top of the top around town, taking scents. Looking at the types of colognes, and of course, anyone who knows about colognes knows that colognes are vibrant, they're scents, and they attract the ladies. It's all the good stuff.
So what's the price range? I guess you have a budget.
Well, you know, I'm a simple guy. You know, I don't like to go over $70, but I've found some as high as $140 and even higher.
Ooh.
So it depends on really your preference. Taking a quick look this morning, though, we have a trivia this morning for you guys watching, and our trivia, of course, which Christmas dessert is known for its long shelf life? Anyone with the answer can call 502-3855. Any thoughts, LaDawn?
I'm going to say fruitcake. I don't know. I think maybe. I don't know. I don't want to give out the right answer, but yeah.
Well, we'll see. And now let's take a look out on the streets for your Thursday morning traffic report. Taking a look at traffic.
Good morning, Lloyd, and good morning, LaDawn. Presently in the area of Goodman's Bay, and let me tell you, it's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day, and I want to encourage the drivers out there to continually drive with due care and attention. It's very important. Utilize those seat belts. Make sure those children are properly fastened and their child protective or booster seats, and minimize any distractions in your vehicles that can potentially cause an accident. Also, for the persons that get out early in the morning for their early exercise routine, I want to encourage them to please remember to wear light clothing and clothing that is reflective to the light, so persons who are out early in the morning can see you on the streets. We have minimum accidents within the last 24 hours, and some of those accidents could be avoided. Again, we have a lot of persons who are willing to take risk because of high levels of stress. Like I said on the other morning, please, if you feel that your stress level is a bit high, pull on the side of the street. Have a moment or two to yourself, call somebody to give you some good advice before taking it out on the streets. You want to be careful not to make your problem somebody else's problems. We're expecting to have a good day today, and I want to encourage you all that let's be our brothers and sister keepers. And back to you in studio, LaDawn and Lloyd.
Well, of course, that was Corporal Patrick Camp, and taking a look now at weather. Staying on the outside, in the general situation, a high-pressure system remains across the islands, generating mostly pleasant conditions today. And for all areas, weather mostly sunny and warm with the slight chance of a passing isolated shower. A bit breezy in the southeast Bahamas, becoming fair and cool tonight with the chance of a passing isolated shower. And now here's a look at your extended forecast.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis touting the country's reputation of becoming a major player in the global technology space. This as he addressed Crypto Isle's inaugural Future of the Caribbean Money Conference at the former Luciano's of Chicago on East Bay Street Wednesday. The Prime Minister told regional crypto enthusiasts attending the event virtually that the Bahamas has already proven its willingness to take the leap into the digital future.
My administration already leads the region in attracting major crypto exchanges and related players. and we will continue to lead by ensuring that Bahamians are at the forefront of this movement and are fully equipped to participate through the kind of education and incubation efforts set out in our blueprint. Bahamians won't just be employees in these ventures, but owners, creators, and developers.
With the busy holiday season now in full swing, Bahamians and permanent residents can now expect a little less hassle when traveling. The good news came from Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper, in Parliament on Wednesday.
September 13, 2021, Bahamians and residents will no longer be required to obtain a health travel visa to enter their own beautiful country.
Booster shots are now available in the Bahamas for increased protection against the COVID-19 virus, this ahead of the imminent arrival of the Omicron variant.
The booster dose will be administered to those who receive Pfizer, AstraZeneca 6 months after the second dose, and Johnson & Johnson 2 months after the initial dose. The first phase of the booster shot rollout will be for persons 60 years and older, thank God, who are fully vaccinated, and the second phase will include healthcare providers, frontline workers, uniform branch personnel, followed by all eligible citizens and residents over the age of 18.
Local COVID-19 numbers remaining low, with the latest release from the Ministry of Health showing a total of 13 new cases, 9 males and 4 females, all from New Providence. 14 people remain in hospital, 2 of them in the intensive care unit. There have also been 5 new recoveries, with 482 more RT-PCR tests administered. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has given education officials the green light to resume face-to-face learning in January. Here's what Education and Technical and Vocational Training the Honorable Gladys Hannah Martin revealed in the House of Assembly on Wednesday.
Public schools nationwide will resume hybrid instruction with face-to-face, in-person classes nationwide beginning the 11th of January 2022. At least 3 public schools will likely not be ready. And I will speak further to that at another time, because the Ministry of Works is working with the Ministry of Education to see how works can be accelerated. But we do know that Sybil Strawn Primary, that C.W. Sawyer Primary, and Ridgeland Primary, those 3 schools will be challenged to be opened in January. But if those schools are not ready, the ministry is completing the identification of alternate locations for face-to-face learning.
And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and what better captures the spirit of the Yuletide season than that of a well-lit Christmas tree? Last evening, the nation's chief, the Honorable Philip Brave Davis, joined Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bowleg, and a host of other senior government officials in Rawson Square for the annual tree lighting ceremony.
We light our national Christmas tree as a traditional symbol of hope and resilience, a determination upon our traditions, preserving them for generations yet unborn.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here to bring a smile upon your face. That's what the season brings. Yeah. See, Christmas time is the time for your family and friends. Come and shop with us and find everything that you need. Deck out your homes with all we have in store, bringing joy and so much more. At Shop Smart, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here at Shop Smart. At Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
a $25 million Bahamas investment fund being launched, representing a 49% ownership stake in Nassau Cruise Port Limited. This morning, we are joined live via Zoom by CEO of Nassau Cruise Port Limited, Mike Moore Jr., and President of CFAL, Anthony Ferguson. Gentlemen, welcome to the morning edition.
Good morning.
Now, first of all, tell us a little bit more about the Bahamas Investment Fund.
Well, the Bahamas Investment Fund is a structure that was put together to participate in the redevelopment of the Nassau Cruise Port with government, GPH out of Turkey, and the Bahamian people. And this vehicle was designed to ensure that the maximum amount of Bahamians are able to participate with the minimum amount of capital. So the investment in the fund is $1,000 or 200 shares at $5. And it will be a bottoms-up approach. So we are making sure that every Bahamian who desires to invest in this infrastructure project, the largest touristic development in many years, that they are able to participate into the largest industry in the Bahamas.
Well, it sounds like an exciting move there. Talk to us a little bit about who is eligible for this.
Well, all Bahamians 18 years and old are permanent residents, are eligible for participation in the fund. All government employees are eligible for what we call a payment plan. So they get to pay over a 10-month period beginning in January. So they don't have to pay today. They just have to make sure that they coordinate with their accountant in their department to ensure that we are salary deducted on a monthly basis for 10 months with no interest. And the reason we're doing this is because we know we've had a challenging time over the last 2 years with Hurricane Dorian and then with the pandemic. And so we try to make it as easy as possible for government employees to participate in what we believe is a once-in-a-generational investment opportunity for most Bahamians in the largest industry that caters to this country.
And Mr. Moore, any specifics on the shares, and is there a limit?
Well, it's a bottom up, as Anthony said. So the opportunity is the same for everybody coming out of the gate. It's, I think, a great time. We would have timed this so that potential investors would see physical enhancements and improvements to Nassau Cruise Port. We've completed our 6th berth. Yesterday, for the first time, we had the Carnival Legend along the 6th berth. We have started our upland works. Our cruise traffic has gone from 14 ships in July to 93 ships in November. We have 110 ships confirmed bookings for December. Our 2022 cruise ship call volumes exceed 2019, and 2023 beats 2022. So we're on our way back. It's exciting. The passengers are excited. Our team's excited. And this is a great opportunity for Bahamians.
And of course, share offerings are very exciting. But what happens if shares are over or undersubscribed?
Well, if the shares are oversubscribed, as Mike indicated just now, we will have a bottoms-up approach. So in the first instance, everyone will get their initial 1,000, then the next 2,000, the next 3,000. So we would make sure that everyone gets participation. If the shares are undersubscribed, which we don't expect, but in that event, then whatever we collect, that will be the investment that the Bahamas Investment Fund make on behalf of the Bahamian people in the Nassau Cruise Port.
And, final question here. We've heard over the last few months a bit about shares and, time specifications. But again, is there a specific time frame that locals can purchase into this?
Yes, well, the offering opened yesterday and it closes next Friday, the 17th of December. So you basically have about 10 days to get involved and complete your subscription. So you can go online at bahamasinvestmentfund.net and you can download all of the relevant documents and upload your passport, your driver's license, and relevant subscription documents. And then at the end of next Friday, we will close the offering. And then within a week or two, we will then advise investors of how much they were allocated in the investment.
Well, of course, Mr. Moore, Mr. Ferguson, thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition.
Thank you for having us. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lloyd. Well, the University of the Bahamas is in the house again this morning. We're joined live by Dr. Douglas Barkery, Dean of Liberal and Fine Arts. Dr. Barkley, welcome to the morning edition.
Thank you. Good morning. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
So, Dr. Barkley, talk to us a little bit about how is the Liberal and Fine Arts program at UB going so far?
It's going great. We're developing a lot of new programs. We have a number of things being put through our curriculum development system, but we have some great programs already there. For example, media journalism, which you may know well, is producing graduates each year, and we have a great fine arts program that is offers an associate degree in fine arts that is producing some of the best, or has produced some of the best artists in this country. And then we also have a fairly new degree, a Bachelor of Music, that started. I think it's in its second year. It's produced its first graduate this past year, and it is really building up what will be the music industry in this country.
And I'm guessing right now is a busy time as it's the end of the semester and examinations.
Yes, everyone is, I think, a little sleepless, both teachers and students. Teachers doing the grading, students, preparing for their final exams. And
are there any challenges for you and the faculty there, especially in this COVID environment and operating in this COVID environment?
Yes, certainly. I think particularly it's affected our area because of the arts and just the hands-on quality of arts, both in music and performing, and then of course creating things. People were used to being there, physically there, and working with a student and guiding them. We've had to move to a virtual environment. I actually used to be the director of teaching and learning for the Art Institute online, and so when we moved in, I had some techniques we could apply to help faculty adjust as well as students. And ironically, this is actually, in some ways, it's improved because rather than a student, for example, seeing a drawing technique one time demonstrated by an instructor, that drawing technique is now recorded on video, and then the student can actually watch it over and over and over again. The same thing with video critique. So I think in some ways the faculty have not only adapted really well as the students, but they've come to learn the advantages of the virtual environment as well.
And what's your outlook for 2022?
Well, we have a couple things going. We've got 3 new photography courses we're offering. That's a kind of a newer area we'll add into fine arts as well as media journalism. We're working on a theater program, so it'll be a BFA in theater. We have a new creative writing minor and a professional communications minor for our English department. So those are all new things that are sort of going through the system right now, and I think they'll be available to the public soon.
Sounds very interesting there. Dr. Barkey, thank you so much for joining us here on the morning edition. All the best to you and the team over there at the University of the Bahamas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like many other private and public institutions, the 200-plus students and teachers at the Windor School in Albany are still trying to cope with alternative ways to cope with the virtual learning platform in a COVID environment. Head of the middle school, Tim Daniels, says it's difficult for kids to work online, but his team has been working hard to keep the students engaged.
The students have been working hard really to focus. It's great to have some of them online and then some of them in person, and we've been switching back and forth, which presents its own challenges, but just seeing the kids so excited to be at school and see their friends, even if it's just 50%. We adjusted quickly to online learning, and I gotta say I'm very proud of the students that we have here. They've still continued to further their education online, and some of them have taken an opportunity, like Aaron, to take initiative and start different projects on their own while being stuck at home during the pandemic.
A few weeks to go before the new year, Daniel says he expects the new school year to be nothing but bright.
I think 2022 is going to be a great year, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that we will be back in person soon. We're going to just have the kids working hard to further their academics. We really believe in a holistic student, so we really push them to become athletes, musicians, entrepreneurs, and charitable donators.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On December 9th, 1971, Sidney Poitier was on hand to greet his co-star, Harry Belafonte, who arrived in Nassau for the premiere of their movie Buck and the Preacher. Also on December 9th, 1993, Lady Caroline Butler was presented with a folder containing the new $20 banknote depicting her late husband, Sir Milo Butler.
Car insurance, home insurance, marine insurance, this insurance, that insurance. The truth is, you may not like it very much, but you need insurance, and it has to work for you. That's why Summit insurance policies are designed with you and your life in mind, fitting your lifestyle and needs perfectly. So you can rest comfortably knowing that your car, home, boat, and business are well taken care of. Contact our agents at Insurance Management today. Summit Insurance. We peak above all others.
Christmas time is here, and this Yuletide season, let the ZNS Sales Department take care of you. Packages for television, radio, the community page, and all of our social media platforms. Call 502-3902. WhatsApp or call 376-3826. Email us saleshq@znsbahamas.com. Whatever your Christmas budget, we've got the package for you. Use the ZNS network, and this Christmas, let us bring your customers to you.
Well, first off, Kayla, Paul, Lindsay, and Tara DeVoe joining us here on the Morning Edition. And ladies, you're both a part of the early morning workout Addicts, and you thought it fitting, no pun intended, to host an event to raise funds for the LEAD Institute. Tell us more about your club, like the numbers of members, demographics, where you work out, and about this fundraiser.
All right, thank you so much for having us. We are the Early Morning Workout Addicts, and we've been at it for 14, almost 15 years now. The group actually was started by Force Chief Petty Officer Ali Clark from the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, and currently Petty Officer Raymond Sawyer, he's retired.
He leads our group.
Yeah, he leads our group. He was a PTI instructor for the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. And he leads our group. We work out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, beginning at 5:30 a.m. at Kelly's Mall Marathon parking lot.
And of course, with the holidays literally right around the corner, how hopeful are you that you will get the kind of support needed to take the fundraiser to the level of support needed?
We're very hopeful, and we're reaching out to the general public as well as everyone in our group over the past 14, 15 years to participate in giving back to the community. Every year, this group gives back to a nonprofit, and this year we've been fortunate to select the LEAD National Agency to give back.
And any advice on those who decide to take part in terms of what to wear, where to show up, and what to do?
Well, definitely. Just show up in your workout clothing tomorrow morning. We're starting at 5:30 a.m. and we're encouraging persons to be on time. And just show up. And the donation is $20 at Kelly's parking lot.
And just a little bit about our route. We're going to leave Kelly's at 5:30. We're going to have police escort that's going to escort us all the way traveling east to Fox Hill Road and back to Kelly's. On that road, we'll have water and energy drinks, whatever it is, to support our runners and our walkers. So we're encouraging everyone to come out and participate.
Well, of course, ladies, I'll be here on the Morning Edition, so I won't be able to assist you, but I'm sure you're going to have a great turnout. Thank you so much for showing up here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
So much for having us.
During the first ever choreograph competition on Bay Street, when they introduced choreography as a competition, one family, 1, 2 street.
Who them girls then?
Them girls are very dynamic. They're very powerful. Nobody touches them. Nobody.
Violence against women only leads to one place for many men, and that's Fox Hill Prison. But prison doesn't only affect you. It affects your partners, it affects your children. There are no winners when the police come to take you away, only pain. But don't let your relationship get to that point. Have this conversation. Go and talk to your pastor or a counselor. Know the signs and get help before it's too late. Say no to violence against women.
Christmas time is here, and this Yuletide season, let the ZNS Sales Department take care of you. Packages for television, radio, the community page, and all of our social media platforms. Call 502-3902. WhatsApp or call 376-3826. Email us saleshq@znsbahamas.com. Whatever your Christmas budget, we've got the package for you. Use the ZNS network, and this Christmas, let us bring your customers to you.
Well, you know, of course, Christmas is right around the corner, and one of those things we're talking about this morning are colognes and perfumes, of course, for women or men. LaDawn, I know across your cabinet at home, you have loads and loads of perfume.
Loads and loads, but I still want more, though. So women everywhere want more. We want more. We want the fruity. We want the nice smell, because we want to smell nice for the holidays.
What's your favorite perfume of all time?
I would say Escada. I like Escada.
Okay.
I know that the Jimmy Choo is kind of popular now as well. So yeah, I like the fruity. You know, I want you to smell me before you see me. So yeah, that's what I like. Yeah.
Well, of course, one of those favorite go-tos for the holiday gifts are fragrances, like we said. And the question is, do you know the basics? Well, here are some tips that are designed to equip you for your journey to finding the right cologne for yourself or that special guy. Well, Christmas is about gift giving, and for many adults, a popular go-to are the many assortments of perfumes, or for us men, colognes. But before you go out and purchase a fragrance for the guy in your life, here are some things to consider. Number one, like men, all colognes are not created equally. Know that there are different potencies which make a significant difference, especially based on the kind of job or lifestyle you live. For those in construction, high-intensity sports, mild scents may not provide the kind of coverage needed throughout the day. But if your guy has an office job, is out relaxing, or simply vacationing, then there are scents for that. The second thing is concentration. Every brand falls under one of the following categories. And a rule of thumb, the higher the concentration, the longer lasting the scent, but also the more expensive that fragrance will likely be. For shorter periods, there's the Eau Fraiche, as well as the Eau de Cologne. These can last anywhere from 1 to 4 hours. As you move up the line, there's the Eau de Toilette, which can last between 3 to 5 hours. And then there's the Eau de Parfum, along with the perfume, which lasts anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, some even longer. And additionally, these tend to be on the higher end and can be considered the top shelf in fragrances. You should keep your guy's personality in mind when choosing a cologne, regardless of the potency. Now, for some men, they prefer more musky scents, while others prefer more citrus-based scents. The citrus is generally on the lighter end, while musky scents are more classic and considered more masculine. We spoke with some shoppers on their preferences, and it seems the jury is still out on which cologne works best.
Well, my husband likes Eternity. And I have also bought Obsession for him.
Just something not too strong, but it smells good.
I personally like something with a musk smell, so whether I'm wearing it or I might buy it for my son.
If you go someplace into a store or you hop on a bus or you passing among people, especially the ladies, they really actually commend you on what you're wearing.
Most colognes don't really go well with some men's, body.
I like colognes that have long-lasting scent.
But what are the favorites?
I think Polo goes with every scent a man may have.
Gucci's my favorite.
I'm not wearing anything right now, but I usually wear Armani Code.
Well, I like the citrus because it smells more natural, and then people are more familiar with that.
Tom Ford Metallica, and I sample it first because I never used it before, but it's nice.
Sauvage, that's the newest one that we really like.
Nice.
Well, LaDawn, just so you know, Tom Ford Noir is actually my favorite one right now. What about you?
But it's a $200, $300.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Guys in the newsroom, they're bougie in the newsroom, I tell you. Because yesterday you had the females in the newsroom, scenting and smelling.
There's this new scent, guys. It's called Elixir, and it is an elixir, but it's very pricey, of course. But of course, I mean, if you can't afford the most expensive ones, I think there are a lot, like the story shared, there are a lot of options when it comes to selecting types of colognes.
So what's the one that you would want to get for someone to get you for the holidays?
The Elixir.
You want the Elixir? Okay, the Elixir. And if they can't get the Elixir? And anything else?
The Elixir.
The Elixir. And so we have a winner.
Yes, we have a winner this morning. Her name is Mary Davis. And of course, Mary, you can come on down to the station and collect your prize. Thank you so much for taking part. And of course, the answer again, if you guys missed it, it's fruitcake.
I actually had it right. I'm sorry for giving her the right answer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
it's fine, dog.
And they're going to get these ornaments.
Look at that. Yeah. So this is a little different from your tree. I know your tree has some orange on it.
Yes, orange and gold, and a mixture of color. So we want some color because we want to feel like we're normal. We were locked up last year, so we want to feel like the Christmas spirit. Yeah. All right, and be sure to stay tuned to the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition at 6:30 and the Bahamas tonight at 7. And that's it for us, Lloyd.
Thank you so much for having me, of course.
15
days to go.
Oh, wow. Have a great morning, everybody.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.